Welcome back to this week's episode of Embrace Your Uniqueness. My name's Isaac Mers, and today I wanted to briefly talk about the idea that love is not an emptiness. You know, we have so much pulling us to make us feel that happiness is outside of us and that a loving and fulfilled life is outside of us and we have to go out and attain it. And I'm here just to have a quick little video and a quick little chat to open up the idea that love is not that. We don't chase it. We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for? Before I get started into this week's topic, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this channel. And by subscribing to my channel, you are notified by all my upcoming videos. I post weekly videos here. And also by liking this video and commenting, you are involving yourself into the conversation, into the idea, into the belief that embracing your uniqueness is important. And that by self-love, self-understanding, and the self-acceptance and that growth-minded mindset that we need to achieve those big, higher, important goals in our life, that's important to you. And it's important that we encourage each other to go on this path of personal development. And in personal development, you're going to come on the idea of facing a lot of outwardly distractions, I want to call it. And I've been honing in on the idea recently with my last video and a couple ones before about the idea of our relationship with social media. Now, I personally have deleted my social media accounts. I have got rid of my Facebook, I got rid of my Instagram, and all my content now is just here on YouTube. And the reason why I did it was because I wanted to just feel my life without it again. And you know, I lived before Facebook and Instagram and social media, and basically just like the whole pressure of always being connected and dialed in and always available to other people. Now, with that being said, I got lost in the mix and I found myself, especially as a musician, a lot of my music, I tried to reach out and build an audience and touch people with, social media networks. And for that, I'm grateful for those outlets. So it's not like I have this total, I hate social media mindset towards all this. What I am here to talk about today is just the idea of, are we becoming so attached to it? And is it the driving force of your day? You know, is it really taking over your day-to-day life force and functions? And I ask you, what is your relationship like with social media? You know, please feel free to comment below and let me know, a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you don't use it, 10 being I'm locked in all the time, like videos, swipe, swipe, swipe. Is that your life? And maybe by announcing that outwardly, you get to gauge where you're at. I must tell you that by alleviating the pressures of Facebook and Instagram, not that they're a pressured situation in sense, but in a way, just allowing my mind and my world to be clear of that has given me a lot of positive emotions and just a real sense of freedom. And I think the biggest thing is that I can tell you is it's a clarity. There's like a defogging effect. I'm not so focused on all these outside lives, people scrolling through and seeing what other people are doing or saying or thinking or feeling and their posts. And I kind of feel like that if you're always scrolling on Facebook and Instagram and on TikTok videos, you're basically always living in the past. You're always just seeing what has been done, what has been posted, what has been edited, filtered, and what has been like manipulated to make you feel. And it's just this addictive feeling of just seeing what's been done, and kind of gives you this feeling that you're missing out, or that there's something that you could be doing or should be doing or would be doing, or and there's all those envious feelings, or why can't I look like that? Why can't I live like that? Why can't I have that? And that got me onto this idea for this week's video that love is not an emptiness. And the reason why I really liked it phrased that way is because in modern day society, we have kind of stumbled on the idea, the infatuation of the idea of this, where, if you really love something, you sacrifice for it. Or, if you're in a relationship, you have to make sacrifices for it. If you want to have a healthy lifestyle, you have to sacrifice. Everything is like, it's like to achieve love and happiness, you have to sacrifice. But to allow yourself to indulge in social media and indulge in sweets and indulge in a comforting night in and to be relaxed and to allow yourself to be relaxed. And it's that phrasing that I'm having an issue with. And here's why. If you want to work on yourself, personal development, and you want that growth, and you want to build that relationship with yourself, which I value so much, and I believe that most people that are watching this channel have some sense of like, wow, personal development matters, and I would love to explore self-love more and self-understanding more and self-acceptance more and just keep my growth-minded mindset going. And coming from someone, my experience, growing up with physical disabilities, through my handicaps, I have lived a roller coaster of wanting to be accepted, wanting to look like other people, wanting to feel like I felt like I was fitting in or that I was able to do what other people can do. And, growing up, I really did find a lot of strength and I realized just how creative I was and how my abilities to adapt and change and do whatever I wanted to do was endless. And I really started to rely on myself. But then in my more young adult years, that shifted because there's more and more pressures to achieve and fit in and find yourself lining up in the mold. And that's why you hear often about, stepping in line and getting, following the trajectory of everyone else and just moving through the motions of life. And if you buy this consumer mentality of buying your happiness, buying this, establishing your societal worthiness by purchasing it or by flaunting it or by eating a certain way. And it's just all this projection. It's a projection of confidence. It's a projection of wealth. It's a projection of happiness, status, etc. And what we are losing is that happiness is within. Love is within, and love is what you are working towards, working towards. And by no means am I knocking on material goods. And by no means would I say that not wanting to achieve a status or even wealth is bad, because I don't believe that. I believe that we should all live a prosperous life. And what I'm saying is that if you work inwardly, you will find that your happiness is much more your connection to happiness is much stronger, and that you are achieving things that fulfill you more. And this is in balance always with gratitude. So if you're able to take time and understand your gratitude is so valuable to you, like feeling so thankful for all that you've accomplished and all that is around you and the people and the relationships around you and what you do have, allows you to line up a little bit stronger towards what you're working towards and what you want to achieve and moving forward. And so what we do in life, especially in this capitalistic society that we've created, is we try to make people feel vulnerable and to feel a little bit weaker and to feel like that if you can consume products and by, building up our armor, I would say, that people won't notice, just who you really are. Almost trying to train us not to show the world who we are. And this channel is all about that fight against that, because that is a misleading mentality in this world. The goal is for you to find the courage to show the world who you are, to embrace your uniqueness. And I truly believe that you do have a special gift inside, and that the goal of this journey of life is to find ways to build it up, strengthen your commitment to what you can do and what you can offer, and to give to the world. And it is a very confusing world, and it's negative at times, and it's complex at times. And in that mix, that cloud of complexity, you will lose your connection towards what it is that makes you so special. And that is so important to always try to find that beacon back to yourself. Work your way back here to yourself. And so that's why I love doing these videos. I love talking with other people on a day-to-day basis about what they're working towards or what I'm working towards, because in life, we are all just works in progress. And so finding that love is not emptiness. Love is finding ways to fill up your day and your life and your surroundings and your community with all that you have to give. And by eating healthy, you're not sacrificing, you're allowing your body to work with better quality nutrients and to work with better quality materials to make you grow stronger and feel better and to to have a better relationship with sleeping. You're not sacrificing hours that you could be active or social. You're allowing yourself to take in what is so beautiful about a well-rested night and to allow your body to maximize its potential. And so we have to remember that love is not an emptiness. Love is about fulfillment, a fulfillment of things that matter, and that you have to decide what matters to you. You need to decide what you want. And if you do want to have, a high energy life and a good healthy body, and you want to have a flexible body, and you want to have great, strong relationships and friendships, and you want to have a powerful relationship, and you want to have a strong income source, and you want to just feel solid and sturdy, and that's the path you want to walk towards, well, then you're going to have to fulfill it with things that matter. And it's not about how many. Quantity is so overrated. Quantity of friends, quantity of this, quantity of material things out there, like collect everything and then everyone's going to recognize you as something great. But quantity is not the goal. It's quality. What are you putting into? What are you giving? What are you allowing? What are you opening your time and your energy to? Because let's face it, we all understand this idea that the only thing that we cannot gain back is time. The only battle that we really have is us versus the, proverbial clock. We are all given 24 hours in a day, and we are all given an X amount of years here living on this planet, and it's not predetermined. We don't know when the end date is, and what we need to do is be grateful for each day that we have and decide what we want to fill it. And I am telling you, I took many years dilly-dallying, living in the confusion fog, having an unhealthy relationship with food and alcohol and people and I got lost. I did, and it's hurtful, and you live and you just like, gosh, what did I do? And where did I pop out onto this road? Oh my gosh, how did I get here? And that is something that you will have to face, and it's okay, because in this journey of life, you also want to live with that forgiveness. You really want to live with self-forgiveness and understand that it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to go down the wrong path if you can find your way back and be willing to work your way back. And you will lose relationships along the way, you will lose some friendships along the way, and you will disappoint people along the way, and you're going to let people down along the way, but that's all right, because there's so many people in this world. You cannot make everyone happy. You have to turn the focus on yourself, your inward journey, and for the people in your world now, be grateful for the relationships that you have and hold on to them. And if they do part, then that is okay, because some people in this world, some things, jobs, people, houses, everything, are here for seasons. They're not here for the long haul. The things that matter and that truly will be with you, the ones that hold on to your heart and to your soul, will carry with you and be with you. I promise you that. And we have to trust ourselves that we're able to decide, and that we're also able to create the world that we want. Because we often find our inspirations for where we want to go through outside sources, but that we're not connected to it. So I encourage you to take the time to really think about what it is you want. Give yourself that time. Encourage yourself to take that time. And I really want to know your thoughts on all this. What are some things that you do to allow yourself that time to reflect on where you've been, where you are, and where you want to go? And how do you maintain your happiness levels? How do you maintain your mental health well-being? How do you maintain your physical well-being? What is it that you do to drive yourself? What is it that you do to remind yourself that you are doing a great job? And I will always be the first one to remind you to embrace your uniqueness and understand that you do have a very special gift inside of you. You are here for a reason, and to show the world, you allow the world to really see you. So thank you so much. Please leave a comment. Thank you for your support, and I really appreciate your time today, and I look forward to talking to you soon.